What if instead of Marion Cotillard, they would put Angelina Jolie in this movie with Brad Pitt? Wouldn't have to act the marital tension there. Allied is directed by the great Robert Zemeckis and stars Brad Pitt and Marion Cotillard, and is about a World War II intelligence officer played by Brad Pitt who gets paired up with Marion Cotillard's character on a secret mission where they have to play a fake marriage between the two of them. But they actually end up falling in love for real and getting married even after having a kid. This claim that she is actually a German spy puts tension in the relationship, and this drama ensues as you're trying to figure out if she is or if she isn't. Now, what I want to say right off the bat, I love Robert Zemeckis. He's made some of my favorite films, and even my favorite films with Tom Hanks, my favorite actor, that being Forrest Gump and Castaway. I love those movies. Back to the Future is one of my favorites of all time too, so I was really looking forward to this movie. Now, what I'm going to say is that there are some positives and there are some steep negatives to this movie. I really, really, really love World War II era movies. I'm a sucker for them. You make one, I'm probably going to go to it because I love that era, that feel. I love World War II movies. This movie is not my favorite World War II era movie at all. Let's get into why. First, I'm going to get into positives. Number one being the performances. Brad Pitt is really good. He's a great actor, so you have no worries there with Brad Pitt. Again, he plays the husband to Marion Cotillard's character. One thing that I kind of annoyed me about his character, though, he kind of is really loose with classified information with his wife, which kind of creates this drama. And I was like, well, that you're not really doing your job all that well, are you then? But still, he did really well in the movie. Marion Cotillard, I think, was the standout. I think she was the best performance in the whole movie. She's a fantastic actress. No surprise there. The dickhead from Mr. Deeds was in this movie too. I forget his name, but that's where I remember him from. Oddly enough. I really like the old-time feel that Zemeckis was going for. It might not have been executed all that well, but I really liked what he was trying to do. Again, like I said, I really love World War II movies in that type of setting. The story was actually a really cool premise too, if you think about it. This dynamic between the two, this married couple that meet on a secret mission. They both know they're good at lying, so who is it? Who's lying? Which one? Is she lying? Is she not? It's a really cool premise, but maybe not executed as well. Now let's get into negatives. For me, the whole movie revolves around this relationship, right? The dynamic between the two characters. And when the relationship to me felt kind of bland and not really gripping, not really compelling, that was a falter to the movie because this movie is revolving around that relationship. So when that's just not there and not getting you into it, that's a fault to the movie. Oftentimes the pacing was a bit off for me. There are some scenes that go on way too long that I would have liked to seen shortened up. But there are also some scenes that are too short that I would have liked to seen extended, seen more of. Also, the editing was a bit jolting for me. I didn't really like a lot of the editing. It was a little bit staggering. Some of the dialogue too was not great. I didn't really like some of the dialogue in there. Almost cringeworthy at times in a few scenes. Also the way it was shot, maybe the cinematography. There are some beautifully shot scenes in here, don't get me wrong. But there's nothing really new, original, or fresh, or something different that you haven't seen a million times before. So, and I really love new ways to shoot film, new ways to do camera work, and there just wasn't a lot of that. And I was expecting more of that from a Robert Zemeckis film, so I was a little disappointed there as well. Really all but one scene with a plane about 2/3 of the way through the movie that is really, really intense, and I loved that scene. Also, there wasn't this really intensity, this urgency set to the relationship to really make this movie more compelling. Overall, guys, it's not a terrible movie. It's not nearly the best World War II era movie or spy, thriller, mystery type movie that I've ever seen. I will say that I did really like the ending. Now, I wasn't super surprised by it, but I did enjoy it for the most part. Now, if the build-up would have been better, the ending would have been amazing. I think it would have really emotionally grabbed people and would have been a really compelling ending, but because the build-up wasn't as good and wasn't as gripping, it wasn't that great of a movie. Overall, I really like Robert Zemeckis. I was super excited for this movie, and I left the theater a bit disappointed. I'm going to give Allied a 6.9 out of 10. I'd say wait for it to come out on Blu-ray and DVD and just rent it. It's a pretty fun watch, you know, if you're just kind of watching on a lazy Sunday or something, go for it.
When the war is over, it won't matter where I am. Hey, what happened to my kiss?
Alright guys, that was my review for Allied. Comment below, let me know what your favorite Robert Zemeckis movie is. Is it Forrest Gump, Castaway, Back to the Future, whatever it is. Any Robert Zemeckis movie, comment below, let me know. I'd love to hear it. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to us. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter for more movie reviews and trailer reaction and reviews. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.